Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss how to write formal letters. In class 10, you already know how to write letter to the editor, how to place an order. But in class 11 and 12, you have so many varieties of formal letters, and you already know that formal letters are different from social letters in their format, in their style, in their salutation, in their closing. So we have to keep those things in our mind while writing formal letters. This is nothing something new for you, but you have to hone or perfect your writing skills, writing styles according to the level of class 11 and 12. So some things are just to be recalled and some things are to be perfected. That's why today I have chosen a letter of complaint, or the commonly known as complaint letter, to a supplier. You had ordered a tripod stand from that supplier and the package was not proper, the item was damaged and the bill was missing. So here is the question. You can see the question, then we will discuss. You are Rosie Rohan of M38 RBS Colony, Jagdishpur. You had ordered a tripod stand for photography from Messrs. SK Suppliers, Delhi, but the item was damaged and the bill was missing. The packing or packaging was very poor. Write a letter to raise a complaint for refund of the money or replacement. So let's begin this letter, and you already know that while writing a formal letter for an examination, begin it from the top part of the examination copy for better impression. So supposing this is your examination copy and this is your left margin and this is your top margin. First, give the question number, suppose 1, and answer. So as you know, in our style, we write everything to the left, and we will do the same for formal letters also. We will write our own address or the sender's address, that is M38. You can give comma if you want to keep more than one aspect of the address or one part of the address in the same line. But if you have ample space, you need not do that. You can write one below another. So M38 RBS Colony. Jagdishpur. So this is your address, but note here that no name is mentioned here. You are not supposed to mention your name here, only your address must be there. Your name would be written below the closing, that is yours faithfully, not here. So this is only your address, the sender's address. Then after the sender's address, you have to write the date in the least ambiguous format, in the lucid, clear manner. That is the simplest way of writing like this, but leave a line gap after the sender's address. So date today is 21, not first, not anything else. After telling you so many times, some are writing in the different format like the ordinals number, like 15, 22nd. To avoid this, don't choose these ordinal number formats. Just write in the simplest way, that is 21 August, a capital, August 2020. Then after the date, leave a gap of one line, and then the recipient's address, that is here, Messrs SK Suppliers Delhi, Messrs SK Suppliers Delhi. So this is the top part of the format, and after the body you will have your closings, and there you have to properly write your first name or name as given in the question, and that makes a complete format, and you get 1 mark for that format. Now after this you have to write the subject. There are various styles of writing the subject. Some people do write the subject above salutation, some write below salutation, and some write it without writing subject either on the above or below the salutation. That is the latest style as recommended by Oxford. But we have to balance between those old styles and the new style. That's why I am mixing both them off. So let's write the subject first. That is, leave a line here. Subject. Defective item received. You may also write the bill number as reference number if you need. Don't write here. Reference may be given above subject. You may just mention it in the body. Subject defective item received. Then sir, comma. But nowadays comma is also not given after sir. But I am giving, and I told you just now that I am balancing between the old style and the new one. Comma is not needed. And another thing, look at the above address. Nowhere I have written from or to. So from or and to is not to be written in formal letters nowadays. Even though you write to, by mistake, don't put a comma after to, because after to, which is a preposition, no comma is needed. So sir, then you have already written the subject, but in the modern style, you have to write a sentence or two about the problem, the very theme, the very purpose of your writing the letter, so that the person who is handling your letters would take a very quick decision, first-hand decision, and categorize and classify your letter and forward it to the concerned department. So that is a very essential aspect of writing formal letters. The person who is dealing with the letters, he would find it easy to classify if you write the very purpose in a line or two just after the salutation. So let's see how I am written it. Sir, this is about a defective product, or you may write damaged product, received from your firm, which needs replacement or refund. So these two lines actually mention the very purpose of your writing this letter. So you have to write this kind of lines at the very beginning, which is also very similar to the subject, but don't elaborate things in the subject line. You have to make it shorter, make it compact, That's why some are avoiding writing subject. In Oxford also, in Oxford styles of writing also, they are not keeping this one subject. They are writing whatever they want to write just after the salutation, the very thing, the very essence of the letter. Anyway, we have mixed up both these styles. So you may keep subject and then you may write the very purpose of the letter just after salutation. Then here I can committed one mistake in our CBSE style. You are not supposed to give any indent. So you have to write it from the left most side or that goes to be margin. Then this is one paragraph. Then in the second paragraph, you have to write, I had ordered a tripod stand, model number 2HK300, bill number 563, dated 10 August 2020. From your esteemed firm, I received the product on 18 August 2020 in a very poorly packaged, damaged condition. The item was broken, so bolts were loose. Okay, so bolts were loose and the bill was missing. The bill was missing. So this is the description of the problem. But after that line, you have to write what you expect from the message to do. Then on the third paragraph, let me fill in the blackboard. After this is the continuation of the second paragraph. Not continuation, this is third paragraph. Third paragraph, continuation, you need not write this one. So after this is not expected from a supplier of high esteem and reputation. Okay, so I request you to replace the item or refund the money to my account number. You need not read lengthy details attached. You might give your account details. So this is the language. Account number as soon as possible. Then thank you. Y capital, no apostrophe between R and S, yours faithfully, small f. Yours faithfully, comma may be given. If you have given comma after sir, then you have to give comma after yours faithfully. So it's optional. You may give comma, may not give. Yours faithfully, your name. What are the name? Ruby or whatever is given. That's all. And nothing has to be written. But in official letters, where you are having some kind of designation, then you may write designation after your name. But you are just a general public citizen or a customer. You have no any other designation. Your address is already given on the top part of the letter. So you have to close the letter with this one. So this is an example of writing a complaint letter. Hope you understood the basic things, the essential things of writing a formal letter. In our next classes, we will discuss other kinds of formal letters. So watch this video, and if you have any doubt, ask me personally, either in WhatsApp or by telephoning me. So that's all for today. Thank you.